Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. I just want to have a look very quickly at the ASX 200. And for a while now, we've really liked the actual way it's trending, and it's given us more confidence to put out. We have taken a few profits over, obviously, the last week on the trending shares. But what it has, when we see sort of the ASX 200s start trending up in a positive fashion, it gives us a lot more confidence to keep putting out trends. And that was the reason today. I mean, we've trended quite a lot of times, but we put Orocobra back as a trend today, and it was actually looking really good this morning. And we put it on a 60-minute. I said, this is going to go, and again, it looks even better now. So I think we're up about 4% already on Orocobra. I think she's going to have a really good move up tomorrow. If you can have a look at Orocobra here, just on the simple MACD signals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 MACD signals she's gone through every time, and you would expect that on a really sort of a great story, fundamentally a brilliant story, and also a great trending stock. And again, she's just she's just hit another buy signal on the daily, and I think she'll go on with that. And I reckon that $5, that $5 level is certainly got to be in play. There's a lot of broking houses that put valuations of Orocobra way over $5, some as high as $6.20. So I do think wouldn't be unreasonable to think that $5 level is certainly a decent target price. Another one of our trending stocks again that's looking really good is Mayne Pharma. Had a great announcement today, and actually at one stage we're up about 6-7%. She went as high as 166, came back a bit, but again looking really strong. Got a great little buy signal, and we just like the way the pattern, the chart is snaked up like that. Looks really great. The way it's swinging, and I would expect Mayne Pharma, and I suppose a lot depends on the Dow, but as long as the Dow behaves itself tonight, there's no reason why Mayne Pharma can't carry on going up, and we can make some more money on her tomorrow. Again, another of our trending stocks at the moment we've got on is Auckland Airport. And again, this trend looks absolutely stunning. We are in profits, but I think we just hold this one. I think Auckland Airport is going to turn up, and we've got to get a target price on it, at least $6.25, maybe $6.30. And again, it's going to be a great little earner for Equity Story. Just having a little look on some of our 10 baggers today. Obviously, EOS is a stock we put out the other day, and we're up about sort of 20-25% in a very short time. Basically, when I say very short time, about 3 or 4 days. But it looks absolutely looks stunning, and I think the EOS story is really getting out there. And if you're not familiar with it, please go to the website and you can read all about it. And I think it is very, very exciting. XREF, I think we said last week XREF looked like it was about to go for it, and how much I like charts, on sort of, sorry, just get this thing see it a little bit better. I like sort of long-term charts on weeklies that hug that moving average for a while and then bounce up. This has done it perfectly, and it did it last week, and we said it looks like it's going to go on, and I think XREF is just going to edge up high, and I think that's a 0.80 level. Could certainly be a target in the short term, but it looks absolutely stunning. One stock that I would encourage you to have a look at. It's an absolutely fantastic company, and we've got a target price on this company of around 20 cents over the next 2 years, and now it's trading about 0.03. They had a capital raise at 0.035, and obviously the market sort of stocks will tend to come back to where they've been raising. Did a little bit overshot it today. I think you'll see it go back up tomorrow. I think there's already bidders at 0.034, so someone sort of wanted to get out at the close today. But Star Group's it's got earnings forecast 2017 around sort of just over 4 million. It's on a market cap of 16. This is absolutely ridiculously cheap, and like I said before, you compare this to companies like Wrap. Got a market cap now, Wrap, of 300 million. I'm not knocking Wrap. We love it. We made an absolute fortune on the stock, But Wrap hasn't made any money yet. These guys are making money. They've got a great revenue model. They own 10 or 20% of that business in Korea. It's on their books at $1 million, where I think the value of that business in Korea is a lot more than $1 million, maybe 3, 4, even 5 million. And Wrap are growing their earnings, they're growing their revenue, and this acquisition they've done is going to give them 350 machines in Australia, where they're going to be generating fantastic revenue. So go to the website, read up about Star Group. If you're not familiar with the story, get familiar with it, because I think it's one of our most exciting 10 baggers. I really do like 10 baggers that have got revenue and are making money. For me, it gives it even more appeal. Having a look at the performance as well, not only of the 10 baggers, but the performance of our 3-year growth stories has just been outstanding. And some of the recent ones I'm just looking at here, things like Appen. Appen, I think we're up nearly about 30% in just a few weeks on Appen. It just looks incredible. BWX, I mean, what a chart. I mean, if you actually look at this, again, I'm saying Orocobre is one of the best charts, but I think BWX could definitely challenge it. Again, just hitting record highs. What a fantastic looking company. And the selections that we've been doing on these, and I think obviously our brilliant analyst who was with DJ Carmichael, Peter Kobetz, he deserves a big applause for this, because the guy's doing some great things. And companies like VTG Group, again, what great stories. And obviously they've raced, we're making a lot of money in them, but when you look at these charts, why wouldn't you buy that? Good company, growing its earnings, growing its revenue. It just looks absolutely stunning. So if you go to the website, look at all our 3-year growth stories, because again, we've got some fantastic stories and making a lot of money for all our members. Those who are not sort of familiar with Equity Story, I think on the ASX 200 trending stocks, over the last 2 years, we've done, say, around 60-70% returns. And actually, if you look at the ASX, this is on a weekly chart, really how it's traded over the last, really since Equity Story's been on. It really, apart from sort of one little section, and recently a little bit better, but generally speaking, most of the time it's been pretty negative and very, very weak. And we still managed to generate absolutely incredible returns. And it's very simple how we do this Equity Story. We just look for the good shares, the good ones, with good solid trends going up. And you can see, stocks like TPM, TPG Telecom, even in these difficult times, it's been a great trending stock. And when the markets come back, all it's done is go back to these long-term moving averages and turned up. Again, your focuses, these are great stories, great trends, and we love buying them near these long-term moving averages and buying them on a buy signal. Your Domino's, absolutely stunning. Again, what a fantastic looking trend. I mean, I wouldn't be buying Domino's here, but maybe if she could come back a little bit even to this level, just around 62, 63, and turns up again, fantastic. BWP, again, this is all we do. It's run a little bit hard, but somewhere around 340, it's got to look exciting. And this is really all we do at Equity Story, is buy these really good solid stories and buy them on good solid trends going up. Funny enough, I know at the moment we don't have too many recommendations out, but I think over the next, we're being a little bit careful over Brexit, but we'll just see how that plays out. And obviously we took a lot of profits because we're a little bit worried about interest rates going up in the States, which now looks like it's not going to happen. But again, I think over the next 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to start seeing a lot more trends going out. Again, one of our favorite ones, if you love a gold stock, you've got to love Northern Star. So this is all we do at Equity Story, is look for these really good bullish trends and buy them at the best moments in their cycle. What trending does, which is more important, I suppose, than anything, it keeps you away from what we regard as all the rubbish. And often you see on our website, we'll say no recommendation or Maybe it sometimes will say it's got a weak trend, but really no recommendation is often polite. Is that we obviously feel we're not going to make money on that stock, or we don't like it. If you look at BHP, it broke a trend it broke the long-term trend at $36. You could have maybe, if you went out of it at $36, it's possibly inexcusable you went out of it at $34. And if you can look at BHP, it gives you no reason to get into that stock, and just following simple trending rules. I'm keeping it simple. It is a little bit more complicated than what I'm sort of explaining to you, but by just following simple trending rules, it keeps you away from a lot of pain, losing nearly half your money. At one stage it was half your money, and spending obviously 2 years of just watching your money disappear. Again, Origin, these are all the rubbish stocks that trending keeps you away from. Again, absolutely looks terrible. Come up, hit that moving average. Again, it's hit that moving average. If I was a betting man, and I'm not, but I think this will most probably come down. Sure, I'd buy Origin if it could trade above here, this moving average for a while. I could see a decent swing. I could see a decent momentum, and fundamentally, I felt the sort of the oil and gas world was stabilizing. I'd maybe be interested in it, but certainly not now. And I think it's most probably more likely to go down than up. And again, obviously, Santos, these same stories. What it does at trending, it just keeps you away from all the rubbish. Look at Santos, broke the trend at $12. So any good fund manager would have had you out there. Well, definitely, if it wasn't 12, we should have had you out of here about $11 and saved you a lot of pain. Someone said the other day, Woolworths, Dave, what do you think? Again, never, since it broke that trend, never gave us a reason to get into it. I'd be happy to buy Woolworths back up here when it starts maybe solve its issues, and we can start seeing it trend up. I wouldn't like to try and get the, this is the hard money. Try and buy these stocks from $20 and $24 is tough. You're much easier to buy it from 24 to 36, and here's a good example in the past. This is all hard. Pick these bottoms. You never know how far these stocks are going to fall, but this is when it looks good again. Buy the easy money. There's lots of stocks out there, and you can pick the trends and pick the stories, and there's a lot of great stories out there, and that's the way we did Equity Story, and that's the way we're averaging over 100% returns annualized, which is pretty remarkable in what has been a really tough market. I just saw it here now on the chart. OTW, over the wire. Have a look at this story, because it's early days. We put it as a 3-year growth story, and again, it's come back. It's holding that sort of 20-day moving average and bounced off it very nicely. I like this story. This potentially is the early days of another Vocus or another TPM. So again, read our write-up about it and see what you think, because I think it's a really, really interesting story, and should do very well for us. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for listening to Equity Story. I apologize for going on a little bit long tonight, and I look forward to bringing this report tomorrow night. Good night.